Hi, KC here. I was just reading an interesting piece in Fast Company by a guy named Heath Shackelford, and he's with an organization called Good Must Grow. And basically, what they do is they promote companies that are trying to do the right thing, that are showing a certain amount of social consciousness, and they analyze how people spend their money on those companies versus other companies. And they do polls and things like that. One of the interesting polls is when they looked at consumers and said, who do you think are the most socially conscious companies out there? A significant number of people said Amazon and Walmart. When they asked people what companies they thought were not socially conscious, the answers came back from other people, Amazon and Walmart. So a lot of it, I guess, depends on where you're sitting and what your definition of social consciousness is. And I'll put a link to the Fast Company story below because I thought it was really, really interesting. But I did want to draw attention to it because, it seems to me that disruption, it used to be just this word we'd all throw around when a business came up with something innovative and they disrupted a category, a segment, product line, whatever it happened to be. But I think one of the things we've learned over the last 3, 4, 5 months is disruption can mean a lot more than that. We've all had our lives disrupted by the COVID-19 coronavirus. Some of us more than others. In so many ways, the things we used to count on have gone away or have been changed for a long time, maybe forever. When you can't count on the fact that kids are going to be able to go to school, and there'll be stories about that in Morning Newsbeat today, well, that is certainly the most fundamental kind of disruption. Can't really go to restaurants, can't go to bars, can't go to a movie theater, can't go to live theater. The things that the little things that used to make up the fabric of our lives have gone away. And that doesn't even count the fact that so many people have seen major disruptions in their lives. I mean, something like 140,000 people in the United States have died because of the coronavirus. More than 500,000 people around the world have. I mean, that's almost unthinkable. And I do believe that one of the things that retailers have to continue to do going forward is to, while they need to think about what they're going to look like when the pandemic is over, I think it's incredibly important to grapple with the notion that we also have to examine who and what we are in the present, okay? Because this may go on a lot longer. And I do think that Heath Shackelford's basic premise, which is that people, because they are home and because their lives have been disrupted in so many ways, are paying more attention to how they spend their money, where they spend their money, how they comport themselves in general. Because people are paying more attention to that stuff, that is going to have an impact on how they spend their money and where they do their shopping. His basic premise is that purpose can be a superpower. And I absolutely believe that. I believe that the companies that show purpose, that show a higher calling, that treat their people with dignity, that try and show a level of social responsibility, I think in so many ways, those are going to be the companies that come out of the pandemic in a far better position. And I think that that's something the companies ought to aspire to. I've always believed that the best kind of retail is aspirational retail. But I think at this particular time, aspiration means so much more than just the products we sell and the services we provide. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.